Yeah, Richardson will throw to start out here. And incomplete to open things up. Looking for Jelani Woods that time. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Richardson looking to throw this. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Colts send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taking it around the 40. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. At their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. This drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact on that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it?
Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Then the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to H.A. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
First down, they go back to H.A. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
H.A. on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, it's H.A. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Fights through him. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Richardson out of the shotgun. A throw on the money there to Doolin. Now inside the 25, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Gay's kick is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
44, ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down. Here's A-chain. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half, and now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They juked him. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Right here.
2 yards to go, second down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 17-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They're on 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a gain of 6, and that will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Third quarter begins with a run from A-Chain. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. A give left side. Here's A-Chain. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss right side. A-Chain takes it to about the 37.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, a run by A-Chain. Shrugs him off. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. In motion, the tight end. H.A. now up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Solo left Zion.
Out of the gun, it was a give to H.A. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a toss left for H.A. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 43 yards. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive? There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Colts 3. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
In motion is McKenzie. Richardson now on 2nd down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Off play action, Richardson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former 1st rounder, getting in there for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the toss, here's Achane. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the corner.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself,
oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
A-Chain gets it from the gun. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Ready. Hey. Turbo 1, high.
Here's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
2nd and 2.
Ready, break. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Back to the air with Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson. He'll buy some time right. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Richardson to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Eluding the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing until the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. There, Richardson back to throw it. And a short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the counter, it's Taylor. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, Panther. Ready.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Ready.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
18 Rattler.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
An extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25.
Get set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Tua going to throw. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now 3rd down and very long. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so